The air in the rented loft space hung heavy with the scent of vanilla cupcakes and fresh flowers. But everything shifted in an instant when Grandma Margaret leaned in close. Her voice a deliberate whisper that cut through the chatter like a knife. "Has your mother ever mentioned the $300,000 your father wired for you?" The words landed like a punch to the gut, freezing the room mid-laughter. Balloons swayed lazily overhead, mocking the sudden silence. As 20 sets of eyes darted between Grandma, my mother Laura, and me, my hand trembled on the gift I'd just unwrapped, a tiny onesie with future CEO embroidered on it, and I felt the world tilt. At 28, 7 months pregnant with my first child, I was Anna Thompson, a graphic designer who'd fought tooth and nail to build a life in Chicago's bustling ad agency world. I'd started as a freelance intern, scraping by on ramen and late-night gigs, until I landed a senior role at Wind City Creatives, with a desk overlooking the Loop. This baby shower was supposed to be my victory lap, a celebration of stability after years of hustle. Instead, it cracked open a vault of lies that had poisoned my past. Laura's face drained of color, her polished nails digging into the arm of her chair as she forced a brittle smile. My stepfather, Michael, shifted uncomfortably in his tailored suit, his face flushing like he'd been caught in a storm. They'd been together since I was 13, a year after my real dad, Robert Thompson, supposedly vanished into thin air, starting over in Texas without a backward glance. My half-sister, Mia, 21 and just graduated from a fancy design school in LA, had been snapping selfies for her TikTok when the bomb dropped. Now, her phone slipped from her fingers, clattering to the floor as her perfectly contoured jaw hung open. Mia, with her endless wardrobe of thrift store chic outfits that somehow cost a fortune, who'd spent last winter inspiring in Bali while I juggled client deadlines and fertility treatments. I'd always swallowed the inequality like a bitter pill. Mia was Michael's blood. After all, I was the relic from Laura's messy first marriage, the one she buried under layers of denial. Growing up, the favoritism had been a slow drip of poison. Mia got dance classes, I got hand-me-down books from the library. Mia's Sweet 16 came with a used but shiny SUV, mine was a CTA card and a speech about bootstrapping. Mia's tuition was covered without question. I patched together scholarships, loans, and graveyard shifts at a diner near Wrigley Field to afford community college. I'd told myself it was fair. Laura had raised me alone for a year before Michael stepped in. Times were tough. They were blending families. I was the tough one, the survivor. But $300,000? That figure echoed in my head like a heartbeat. Impossible and infuriating. Money from my dad, meant for my education. My start in life gone, while I'd flipped burgers and designed logos on a cracked laptop, skipping meals to pay rent in a rat-trap apartment shared with strangers. The silence stretched, thick and suffocating. My best friend, Sarah, squeezed my arm, but I barely registered it. Numbness spread through me like ice, a shield against the rage bubbling underneath. Laura, I managed, my voice cracking like glass. What the hell is she talking about? Laura's composure shattered, her mouth opening and closing without sound. Michael rose, his chair screeching against the polished concrete floor. Margaret, this isn't the place. But Grandma, at 79, straightened with the unyielding poise of someone who'd survived the Great Lakes winters and built a small real estate firm from nothing. Sit down, Michael. Anna deserves the truth she's been denied for a decade. A decade. I'd been 18, drowning in freshman year at a state school, when that money apparently existed. The year I'd almost quit after my car broke down and I couldn't afford repairs, hitchhiking to classes in Chicago snow. The year Laura lectured me about gratitude while I donated plasma for textbook money. The baby stirred inside me. A sharp kick that grounded me amid the chaos. I cradled my belly, willing calm. But my pulse thundered. Guests murmured, some edging toward the door. Others glued to the unfolding drama like it was a live podcast episode. Grandma approached, her walker clicking steadily. Your father didn't abandon you, dear. Robert sent that money to Laura's account 9 years ago for your college. A home. Whatever you needed. He showed me the records last month. Heartbroken that you'd struggled so much. He thought you'd chosen to save it. The loft spun. Sarah guided me to a seat as my knees buckled. That's a lie, I whispered. Dad left. No calls. No support. Nothing. He sent $300,000, Grandma insisted, pulling up emails on her iPad with surprising ease. There it was, wire transfers. Memos reading for Anna's future. Proof that twisted my history into knots. Laura bolted up. This is nonsense. Margaret. You're mixing up old stories. But I cut through her denial with a raw scream. Enough. Did Dad send the money? Yes or no? Mia's eyes widened, flicking between us. A flicker of guilt crossing her face. Michael sighed. That condescending tone creeping in, the one he used to justify Mia's perks. It was complicated. Debts piled up. My architecture firm was tanking. The condo payments. You used my money to bail out your firm? The words escaped me in a hiss. Gasps rippled through the room. A plate clattered to the floor. It was for the family, Laura murmured. We could have lost everything. Mia was just a kid. Family? I echoed. Venom seeping in. I wasn't consulted while you robbed me blind. I ate dumpster leftovers from the diner. I walked miles in blizzards because my bus pass expired. You called it building character, while Mia jetted to Bali on my dime. Mia whimpered. I didn't know. Anna. I swear. But her eyes betrayed her memories of hushed talks. Hidden documents. The pastel decorations mocked us now. Little miracle, banners twisting like nooses. This was no celebration. It was an autopsy of trust. That night, curled against my husband Alex in our modest Lakeview apartment, sobs racked me until dawn. By morning, grief hardened into resolve. I rifled through storage bins, unearthing faded loan stubs, eviction notices, emails from advisors begging me to join advanced programs I couldn't afford. Each paper sliced deeper, tallying lost chances. Then, using my old key to Laura's Gold Coast condo, unchanged after all these years, I slipped in while she was at yoga. The filing cabinet yielded horrors, statements showing the deposit. Then withdrawals, $60,000 to Michael's firm. $80,000 to Mia's tuition fund. $30,000 for a kitchen remodel. Scattered luxuries, a Lake Michigan boat cruise membership. A Vegas trip. Worse was an intercepted letter from Robert. Dated months after the transfer, Anna. I hope Laura explained the fund. Use it without pride holding you back. I wasn't there before. But this is my way forward. Love. Dad. Emails between Laura and Michael chilled me. We need it. L. Firm sinking. But Anna. She's tough. Mia needs this. Recent ones. Anna's pregnant, tell her? No. She'd ruin us. Mia's trust. Seated with my cash. Funded her LA dreams. I snapped photos. Heart pounding. And fled as their car pulled up. Then I dialed Robert. It's Anna. About the $300,000. His paws stretched eternal. You know, suspected, he admitted. Laura said you were thriving. Invested it wisely. I believed her to ease my guilt. Meet tomorrow. Bring proof. What are you doing? Anna. Gazing at Mia's graduation pic, smug smiles bought with my sweat, I replied. Getting what's mine. Dad. Late. But mine. I orchestrated the dinner ambush at our apartment, framing it as reconciliation. Alex offered backup. But this wound was mine to lance. They arrived wary, Laura with a bakery quiche, Michael flashing his Rolex, purchased post-theft, Mia fidgeting. Let's clear the air, Laura began. I slapped down the folder. I have it all, statements. Emails. The letter. Michael's face paled. You broke in? Retrieved evidence of embezzlement. Mia gasped. My trust. It was yours. You knew. Not fully. Overheard arguments. Thought it was a bad investment. Horror dawned on her. You stole from your daughter. Michael blustered. Family choices. I played the emails, his voice dismissing me. Prioritizing Mia. Laura gasped at the invasion. But it was their words damning them. Robert arrived on cue. Briefcase in hand. You have my daughter's future. Proof spilled out. Transfers. Intense. Lawyer says fraud. Theft, criminal. Panic erupted. Will repay, Laura pleaded. With what? Firms crumbling. Condos leveraged. Mia's trust, mine now. You can't, Laura wailed. Mia's innocent. So was I. Mia stood. She's right. I'll sign it over. Get loans. A job. Respect flickered amid my fury. This is extortion, Michael snarled. Statutes 12 years in Illinois for fraud, Robert countered. Time's ticking. In the attorney's office, Harrison and Company, the case unfolded like a thriller. Clear embezzlement, attorney Elena Harrison said. Intercepted designated funds. Deception. Personal gain. Recovery odds, 60 to 70% via liquidation. Demand letter first, I decided. It hit, $300,000 plus $90,000 interest. 30 days. Michael's drunken voicemail, ungrateful bitch. Saved as evidence. Laura ambushed my office. Pleading. Mother to daughter. In the conference room. She offered a USB, emails, Michael's idea. He threatened divorce. Taking Mia. Testify against him. Spare me. Disgust roiled. You chose him daily. Get out. Michael tried asset shuffling. We froze them via injunction. Mia delivered jewelry, $15,000 worth, plus recordings, admissions of hiding. Destroying. I got a job, admin at a startup. Paying my way. We hugged. A fragile bridge forming. Negotiation at Harrison's. Family witnesses mandatory. Slides exposed contrasts, my diner shifts versus their remodels. My illnesses versus Mia's trips. My car sleeping versus their boat. Aunts gasped. Uncle Tom fumed over loaned cash while they hid mine. Mia revealed Michael's gambling debts, $120,000 paid with my fund. Chaos ensued. Offer, liquidate for restitution. No charges. Or Dia gets it. Recordings sealed it, their voices confessing guilt. Forgery on a second mortgage. They caved. But I added, public confession to all. Humiliating, Laura whispered. Like my poverty while you lied. Agreed. Liquidation. Condo $450,000 net $190,000 post-mortgages. Firm assets $50,000. Cars. Boat $80,000. Timeshare $10,000. Total $330,000. Payment plan for rest, $500 per month. Michael's firm collapsed. Laura fired from her admin role. Both labored in low-wage gigs, tasting my old grind. Mia thrived independently. Our bond strengthening. Court finalized it. Judge Ramirez, egregious betrayal. Anna's mercy saves you. I held the check. Breathing free, debts cleared. Nursery built. Laura begged grandparent rights. No. You chose luxury over me. As we left, Her sobs faded. 2 days later. Labor hit. Surrounded by Alex, Robert, Margaret, Mia, chosen kin, Lucas arrived at 4:12 a.m. After Harrison and Robert, I named him. Peace settled. A package, my baby book from Laura. Old promises broken. But a glimpse of lost love. Shelved for now. Monthly checks came. Then defaulted. Bankruptcy filed. Fight? Harrison asked. No. I'm free. Mia's gift. Piggy bank for Lucas. Seated monthly. Family dinners. Toasts to resilience. News. Michael's fraud arrest. Laura's embezzlement. Unchanged predators. Deleted. A final doorstep photo. Young me with Robert. Note. Sorry. Acknowledged. Not forgiven. At 29. In my paid-off home. Betrayal forged unbreakable me. Revenge? Living unbound. Family true. Future stolen no more.